How you doing, guys? Welcome back. Just going to do a really quick rundown on Bitcoin and Binance. Obviously, we've had some movement recently. Prices have started to drop a little bit. Broader markets are obviously dropping as well. Be mindful next week. This is time sensitive. CPI numbers will probably be the catalyst to whatever's coming next. But in the meantime, if we just look at Bitcoin and try and assess where we're probably going to be sort of ending up, I do think we're probably going to come down to at least 21.5 to 21 over the weekend. If we just drop down to the daily chart, you can kind of see my reasoning here. This box is basically just denoting this little bit of pause here before that impulse. So obviously we've hit this area up here really strong, and obviously we're getting a little bit of receding. And I was saying if we break these lows, we're probably going to continue going lower into this area. That brings us around about 21.5, possibly down to 21,000. Now, whether that continues or whether we get some response from here, we don't know yet. But CPI is going to be a catalyst for something. CPI numbers are pretty volatile, and depending on what happens on the Nasdaq and the broader markets, will depend on how this is affected, i.e. Bitcoin. Now, going into this weekend, we could stave off a little bit, but I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of news happening right now. The SEC is just fined Kraken 30 million. There's some other stuff going on with Coinbase. My advice is to basically just, get up a search, crypto news, just do a refresh or whatever, and you'll start to get a feel for what's actually happening within the cryptocurrency space at the moment. This one here, crypto traders panic sell 4.7 billion USDC for fiat on Coinbase. Here's what this means, and so on. So it's not a bad idea to kind of go through some of these articles to try to get a feel. But the point is, there's a lot happening. The SEC is really cracking down on some things. There's some issues with staking as well. And they're saying staking should be this, it shouldn't be this, you guys should be saying this, you should be making sure you do that. So there's a lot going on, right? This could affect crypto, over the weekend, especially if something hits the market, and ultimately 24 hours a day, Bitcoin trades. And obviously if Bitcoin goes down, the rest of the market's going to go with it. So that's the levels, that's the thinking on Bitcoin at the moment. Obviously be mindful of CPI numbers. Binance, again, pretty aggressive drop yesterday. No real follow through today, so it just stabilized around sort of 308. Now, I do think we're probably going to see 300 on Binance, possibly a little bit lower, maybe 295, maybe 290 over the weekend. But again, we're coming into an area where price has basically been very messy before. It did stabilize a little bit. If we just go to the weekly chart, you see the chart clears up a little bit. Again, rally, pullback, should find some support here. And then what happens on CPI is going to give us, probably a catalyst of whether we're going to continue going higher or continue going lower. And then we can kind of take it from there. So again, it's a short video. Didn't want to go into too much detail. Didn't want the video to be too long. I just wanted to quickly come on for the weekend so people are aware of what could potentially be unfolding. I hope everyone has an absolutely fantastic weekend, and I look forward to speaking to you guys in the next update. Take care. Ciao for now.